What's good, YouTube? It's your boy P Money. So the Blazers end up falling 124 to 121 at the Moda Center last night to the Sacramento Kings behind. Harrison Barnes going off from three. I think hitting 8 out of 11 3-pointers en route to 36 points. CJ McCollum was the high point man for the Blazers with 32 points. But it just wasn't enough as Dame Lillard's game-tying three ended up falling short, and the Kings get their first victory of the season while handing the Blazers their first loss of the season. So, in my opinion, I thought this was a very good game. I liked what I saw defensively for the Blazers in the first quarter. Well, I would say midway through the first quarter, and especially that fourth quarter. If they can bring that sort of intensity for longer stretches of the game, this game would have definitely been the Blazers to win, you know what I'm saying? But ended up, unfortunately, just falling short. I felt Dame, while he didn't shoot it well, played a very good floor general game. So I think he had 11 assists and 6 rebounds to go with his 20 points. So you're not going to expect Dame to miss 9 3-pointers. If he makes only one, that's a tie game or going to overtime, and I feel very confident that the Blazers win that. You know what I'm saying? I felt Nurk was huge tonight. Last night. We're going for 20 points, 13 rebounds on 6 of 10 from the field. He was an absolute beast out there. You know what I'm saying? I thought he played very well. I thought he played a very controlled game. He did a few things that he could work on, you know what I'm saying? But it's not a finished product yet. You know what I'm saying? It's going to take some time for him to get rid of some of those bad habits that he may have. There was a couple times where he could have just took it up strong and probably would have been a little bit more efficient, but overall I thought he had an excellent game on both ends of the floor. The big culprit of this game was a guy that you probably wouldn't think so, you know what I'm saying, and Robert Covington, with some of his coverages against Harrison Barnes leading to wide open looks from three all over, at the top, on the corners, you know what I'm saying. That was a tough assignment for Rocco, and you don't expect that too many times, you know what I'm saying? But it is still early in the season. Of course, some rotations were missed on that end. So, but that was still his guy, so he does have to get some of that blame for that. I liked Dame's defense also against De'Aaron Fox, especially early. He wasn't the primary defender of Fox. I believe that was CJ tonight or last night. And De'Aaron Fox ended up with 27 points, you know what I'm saying? So he played a very good game. CJ didn't play as good as he possibly can on the defensive end, but it's like I just said, while he has to be blamed, you know what I'm saying? There was a few times where he did do well, you know what I'm saying? He had some good contest a couple of times that I saw. So overall, I thought CJ had a very good game. Let's see, who else? Norm, it looked like he was a little bothered by the hip injury. Now, I saw that he had an interview today after practice, and he said he's 100%, everything's good to go. But it just seemed like there was a couple times when he got knocked down to the floor, he was kind of favoring that hip a little bit. I could be wrong, but that's just how it looked like to me. But he didn't have as much impact offensively as I figured that he would. But as I've been saying in this video, and will continue to say throughout, we need to have patience with this team. You know what I'm saying? New coaching staff, new schemes on both ends. So there's going to be some growing pains. And even with all those growing pains, the Blazers still had the shot to be able to, close it out or get to overtime. You know what I'm saying? So I'm expecting much better against the Suns. You know what I'm saying? I figure that the attention to detail will be a lot better against the Suns. As we all know, that is the representative of the Western Conference last season. So I expect them to be up for that game. You know what I'm saying? A little bit more than the Kings, even though it was, first game, all of that. I know everybody's saying that they're hungry. They definitely are. But there's a different level with the Suns to the Kings. You know what I'm saying? So I'm definitely looking forward to that one. I believe that one's on Saturday. So, yeah, man. And the bench. Got to talk about the bench. I felt the bench on both ends was great. There was a time, especially in that third quarter, where they provided a huge spark for the team, you know what I'm saying, to try to fight back and claw back, especially leading into that fourth quarter. We were taking the, chipping away at that lead, and that was thanks to the bench, you know what I'm saying. Cody Zeller played a hell of a game. Larry Nance played a hell of a game, even though he didn't really do anything offensively, just their presence on the court instead of Carmelo and Enes Kanter was definitely apparent on both ends of the floor. Being able to facilitate better, being able to run sets through them at certain points. Cody Zeller with that nice dunk, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's a welcomed addition to the team. And the bench is going to be a very, very good bench this year. If they can continue to progress. Ant looked very good last night. Nas looked very good last night. There's could be an argument that both of those players probably could have seen a little bit more action. Actually, probably all of them probably could have seen a little bit more action. But Blazers kind of got sloppy with it a little bit. When was that? In the second quarter with fouling. So they probably couldn't do the rotations that they probably were maybe thinking about quite as much, since Larry Nance, I think he had 3 fouls in like 7 minutes or so, or 4 fouls, one of those. But I know he was in foul trouble, and then CJ also was in foul trouble as well. So I'm sure that kind of played a little bit of a factor. But overall, man, I was very encouraged by this game. I know you always ultimately want the game to end up as a win, but to see them working the way that they are, the effort was there all night. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they had missteps and all that, but when you fight the way that they did, down 15 after 3, you know what I'm saying, coming all the way back, and then making this a one-possession ball game. They dominated the fourth quarter, you know what I'm saying, on both ends of the floor. They just came up a little bit short, and that's going to happen from time to time. The turnovers, way down. First half, I think they had 10. In the second half, they only had 2 total. You know what I'm saying? So there's definitely steps in the right direction with this team already, and that was definitely on display last night. And all in all, if the end result of this team is what I think it's going to be, top 3 seed in the West, they just have to get more consistency on both ends of the floor. And I could see them definitely working towards that. You know what I'm saying? It's going to take a little bit of time, as I said, and I will continuously say. But I loved what I saw from everyone out there in terms of effort. You know what I'm saying? Everybody wanted it. They were very hungry. Just beautiful to watch. You know what I'm saying? Ended up, like I said, unfortunately, not winning this one, but I definitely look forward to that Suns game. And I think the Blazers can win that. Dame tends to come back very strong after a game like that. And I know the Suns are a better defensive team than the Kings, but I just have a good feeling that Dame is going to come alive in this next game. You know what I'm saying? But I don't really have too much else on this one. Tell me what you guys think. This is your boy P Money, and I'm off this.